And welcome back everybody to this series where we see how long it will take us to lap every single car on the track. 40% AI, a little bit of rain. Well, let's get started with this. And away we go. I didn't really think it was slick tyres, but we've gone on to the mediums. Quizzing with Piastri there. Should have given space, to be honest. This rain is going to slow us down. That was not clean. A collision with Piastri again. We're into second place. That's not clean driving by me, but now it's all about getting past Stroll. And then start, hopefully, cutting a big gap on Stroll. Get around Stroll. This rain's going to last for about 10 minutes, I feel. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Yeah, so we're going to stay on these at the moment. We're not going to need to change. I think this is where we need to get a bigger gap as we can. 40% AI. I reckon we're at 24, 25 to get this done, but it might take a bit longer. Really nice to see where the gap is at the end of this lap. I think we can make the most of this, so I would say intermediate weather. It's not perfect, we can't really drive to our full capabilities, but we can still get a big gap and start chasing down those back markers, hopefully. That's 7 seconds, okay. Again, look for Leclerc. About 40, between 45 and 50, normally when we start catching up to the back markers.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
116 is not quick. It's not, that's 6 seconds slower than our normal lap times. I think maybe better start. Well, another 2 or 3 laps and the rain should have stopped. How about another 4 or 5 for the track to dry out? I do think this medium tyres will do as well. So only Piastri, who's on the softs. So he'll pit before we do. Looking about that 25 to pit.
Looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Yeah, we don't need to pit onto dryers, we have dry tyres. And it's still raining a little bit. So this track is going to dry out. We're going to see an increase every lap, I feel.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
By the time we actually get onto a dry track, these tyres may be past their prime.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.6 seconds.
So I think will be the biggest difference. Okay, we're slow in the first section. Yeah, I was expecting at least into the 110s. Normally, the track is drying out, but for some reason we weren't as quick. We may be going on to that wet surface just a little bit. The gap is not really building on strong, but 18 seconds I reckon by the end of this lap. So we'll clear. And here we are, yeah, over 18 seconds.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I don't feel like I deserved the fastest lap for that one. But again, as the track dries out, we will go quicker. Still raining a little bit, but it might be spray at this point. That corner, not getting, right, this track this side is definitely getting drier. About 3 or 4 laps away from complete dry track, I think. It's still raining. Let's see where we are. This pace. We have a minute, about lap 20. We get 14. We are getting a little bit quicker. If we can get this top corner right, we'll be into the 13s, I think, this lap. Keep on losing the back end there. But it's definitely a quicker track, it's definitely drying out. We can just start chasing. Go full speed now. Like I said, I hope to be in the 13s here. And let's slap into the 12s. Oh, not into the 13s, I was wrong.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Come on, keep this going. Nearly at 30 seconds actually with science, which is pretty impressive. But we do drive a lot better in those intermediate positions.
Moving you to front wing -1. Moving to -1 on the front wing at your next stop.
Okay, I didn't really ask for that, but there we go. Kind of want to get this done before the stop. This should be into the 113s though. Kind of hoping to be in the 112s. Let's see where this one pops out. Track is completely dry. Into the 112s we go, come on.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
We're going to get a lot faster laps here. Again, this should be quicker again. That was neater. I don't know if it will be quicker. Nearly that 30-second gap with signs. Interesting to see where the back markers are compared to them. into the 111s maybe this lap. I'm going to be on the 112s again. Yeah, 111.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Let's see where this lap will bring. Hopefully again on 111. I think the tyres are most probably not at the optimum. Purple again though, so I think there's still some evolution of the track to go. But as the track gets better, his chances of building this lead goes down, especially to the top 5 at least. Still purple. We've got to play a little bit of a longer game here, just to, yeah, 110s, there we go. I'm happy with that.
Keep this up. Well done.
Bit of a longer game this one, because obviously the weather and the just 40%, it's into medium difficulty. As I've said in previous videos, I think this won't really get difficult to about 60%. I know obviously at 40% I'm going to get this done. But I think I can make it to 70%. Obviously when I get up to the higher percentages I will be doing this live. I might even do 2 races in one if they're going to last about an hour or so. There we go. 110 still, but we've got long. This is going to be a reasonably long session. On these tyres, I said like 25, so plenty of time on these tyres. Do hope to do most of the lapping of cars on track. I think just with people being on different strategies, so I think as the AI difficulty goes up, might end up being more cars we end up taking off in the pits, but it's something I'm just going to have to deal with. So hoping lap 15 to start catching people. So hopefully just a few more laps for until we get some action. If we can get this done before we pit, will be nice. Or we pit anyway. I think that is possible. They're going to be in a DRS train. Said lap 15 I feel will be when we start to catch people. This has not been the best lap, but there we go. Brake a little bit more there because I turned in a bit early. trucks and cars. Instead, between 45 and 50 seconds to the person in 5th place. So we normally start to see people. So hopefully we'll catch them before this section, next lap. Well, everybody anyway, because Albon's going to get out of the way.
Gap to your teammate behind is 44.2 seconds.
Nearly spun. But there's the first person lap. Albon is gone. Thank you, Hulkenberg. And there goes Hulkenberg. Not sure who that is in front of us. They are not going to get out of the way here, are they? Tsunoda. And they get out of the way, thank you. I think this may even be quicker than 35% AI. I think the rain has made the difference. Not really losing any time taking anybody over. Bottas next. Thank you, Bottas. Tsunoda. Yep.
Okay, careful with the overtakes. That was a bit risky. We could have received a penalty.
Agreed. Ricardo moves out of the way. Thank you, Ricardo. Anderson. Logan Sargent and guys in front of us now. Sargent moves out of the way. Ocon moves out of the way. Thank you. Piastri, who we've already crashed with twice in this race. Thank you, Piastri. If they can stay with us, they've got a chance of building up. And building themselves up in a race, but it doesn't really matter because obviously we stop the race when we get the challenge done. Gasly next. It's been a very quick lap. Purple second sector. Oh, that's way wide. Now, a little bit of a gap here. Lap 16. We can get to Leclerc for a minute maybe at the end of this lap. Thought that might be pushing it. My teammate's in second. This is not the best lap. So hug that corner a bit better. We're going to get it in. I said I wanted it to be a minute ahead of Leclerc. We're not there. We are catching some people, which hopefully we can get at the end of this lap. Yes, the minute. Here we are. There we just come around into the third section now. Start finish straight-ish. Tell you right now. Back marker. Goodbye, Lando Norris. This is getting to a time where maybe the soft runners will pit. Don't know how many people on softs in front of us. Everybody in the top 5 is on the medium tyre. Nice and tight. When we get to a minute to Perez, I'll feel a bit better. Looks like most of the lapping is going to be done on track, which is nice. Under 25 laps is the mission. I think we'll be done as well, quite comfortably. Let's see where we are. Albon nicely moves out of the way. So we're going to see signs in the next 2 laps. And Stroll, well done for being up there. Thank you, Russell. Quite a big gap already from Russell. He didn't get, and he lost the DRS at some point and never caught it back. And that Sainz a little bit further up the road. Just braking in time there. Definitely Ferrari in front. So now I think a good 7 seconds between us and getting this challenge done. So 3 laps or so. Yeah, come on. I think there is DRS for them in front. We have not got DRS.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Yeah, we're going to be on another set of mediums, then go on to the softs. Thank you, signs. Leclerc, come on, we can't really get round yet. Leclerc, just Stroll and Perez, bro. Thank you, Stroll. Come on, Perez. That's 21. It's going to be like 22. Let me catch signs. Perez. I mean, I think, let's give or take, we actually do a decent lap here. Away we go, come on. And there's Perez. There we have it. Lap 22, section 1. We have completed this challenge. I thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you all again next week.